videographers tells me that I have to tell you all what manly things to do in Bar Harbor. So besides, of course, coming in and buying at least $100 worth of product at the man store, that is extremely manly and will earn my everlasting gratitude and a firm, hearty shake of my hand. There are a couple other things you can do. First of all, you can go on the Lulu. Now the Lulu is a lobster boat that's run by Captain John. Now this is not a whale watch, it's not a nature cruise, it's not that garbage. What he does is he gets you on the Lulu, he sits you down, and he tells you all the things that a lobsterman goes through when catching lobster, which is a very, very important thing that happens here in the state of Maine. And it is a very, very cool, it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours, it is really cool to do. I would heartily recommend that. It is a manly thing to do, and Captain John is a fabulous guy. You should get to know him. He is much fun. Almost as fun as me, not quite, but almost as fun. Second thing, you should smoke a cigar on the shore path. You really should. The shore path's about a mile, 1.2 miles, starts at the Bar Harbor Inn, ends up 1.2 miles away, all along the shore. And people come in all the time, they buy cigars, and they say, well, where can I smoke my cigars? And I always recommend smoking on the shore path. Why? It's beautiful. There's not going to be anybody there that's going to look at you funny and give you a hard time and do any of that nonsense. You're going to be able to enjoy your cigar. There are places that you can stop, you can sit, you can meditate, you can relax, you can whatever, or you can just walk the 1.2 miles and walk the 1.2 miles back depending on how big your cigar is. That is a very manly thing to do. A third manly thing to do is getting your hair cut. Now obviously I need to get my hair cut. This is not a wig. This is my actual hair, and I need to get a haircut. And where does a person in Bar Harbor get a haircut? From Razor Ray. That's his nickname. It's called Ray's Barbershop. And if you were at the men's store right now, you would go, as you'd watch my finger, about a block and a half that way. And you would come to Ray's Barbershop. And it's an old-fashioned barbershop. He's got 2 chairs and a whole bunch of magazines and the TV on, and they talk sports and politics and all the stuff that you talk about. In barbershops, you need to get your hair cut there. It's a very cool, very manly thing to do. The fourth thing is when you get your lobster, and every place here sells lobster. When you get your lobster, first of all, don't wear one of those bibs, because, you know, come on. Nobody looks good in those bibs. Nobody. Nobody. I'm telling you right now. Second of all, what are you, some kind of wussy boy? Don't use the claws. Don't use all that stuff that they give you. Take your bare hands and rip that lobster up and tear the stuff off and get the meat out of that and use your bare hands to do it. That's manly. I mean, there's going to be goo flying everywhere, but I think it'd be really manly, and I think that's what you should do. Fifth thing, you've got to come in real close, because I can't say this very loud, because if the police are here, they get upset with me. Buy a beer, get a bag, and drink it out in the open. If you do that, that's actually illegal. You're not supposed to do that in Bar Harbor. But it's extremely manly if you do. Buy a beer, get a bag, and drink it in public. Holy cow. I have people here, so I have to go. We'll talk again.